warm ceramic balances my hand. I watch the early sun come sliding up to paint its colors on the open land. The morning paper speaks of storm and strife and counts the worries of a modern town. But in this corner booth of private life, I let the heavy iron shield come down. Your kindness satisfies my morning mind, the truest comfort that my soul can find. Before the city turns its busy wheel, I rest inside the promises you seal. Let all the static of the world recede into the pastures where your children feed. Your kindness satisfies my morning mind, leaving the heavy winter far behind. The days are fleeting like a passing smoke, and human power is a fragile yoke. But your devotion is a steady fire, the only treasure that I will desire. The day is starting with a quiet grace inside this space. No rain has fallen for a bitter year. I hear the dust blowing round my feet as all the green landscapes disappear. It seems as though the wilderness has won and buried every seed of life below. But right beneath the burning of the sun, a sudden petal starts to pink and grow. You bring the water to the thirsty ground, where all the sweetest melodies are found. You turn the desert into fields of green, the most beautiful world I've ever seen. Why are you downcast, oh my restless mind? The truest comfort is not far behind. You bring the water to the thirsty ground, where unexpected miracles abound. With a bitter tear will reap with shouts of joy that cast out fear. The dry wilderness will start to sing to welcome the arrival of the spring. The rose is blooming in the sandy waste, the fear erased. The amber lines are fading into gray. The busy wheels of industry are still to mark the ending of a modern day. I lift my hands up to the darkening sky and bring a simple sacrifice of praise. Listen to the softness of my private cry as night begins to draw its purple glaze. Let my soft prayer rise like the incense sweet as I am sitting at your holy feet. Accept the meditation of my mind, the truest harbor that I'll ever find. You draw the curtain of the quiet night and keep my spirit safe within your sight. Let my soft prayer rise like the incense sweet, making my broken universe complete. I lay me down and close my eyes to sleep, knowing your angels have a soul to keep. You are my fortress and my high defense, breaking the ropes of worry and suspense. The night is peaceful and the pillow soft. My soul aloft.
The neighborhood is swallowed by the shade. I light a small beeswax candle bright and watch the giant urban shadows fade. The tiny flame is melting down the gold, spreading a scent of summer through the air. A quiet reminder that I tightly hold to rescue my thoughts from sudden care. You are the candle in my deepest night, keeping my spirit safe within your sight. No sudden terror can disturb my rest when I am leaning on your gentle breast. The darkness cannot overcome your spark that leaves upon my heavy soul a mark. You are the candle in my deepest night, turning the midnight into morning light. The systems that we build can fall apart, but you have fixed the chambers of the heart. A safe stronghold that will never shake, despite the heavy promises men break. The flame is steady and the center warm, safe from the storm. The secrets of the ocean current sleep beneath the floor of this majestic space. I used to think my problems were too grand, a mountain that could never be removed, until I stood upon the coastal sand and realized how deeply I am loved. Your mercy is deeper than the ocean floor, stretching away from every human shore. It washes the pollution from my mind and leaves the heavy errors far behind. Deep calls to deep beneath the open sky, answering the softness of my private cry. Your mercy is deeper than the ocean floor. Open the secret and the final door. The floods may lift their roaring voice on high, but you are sitting king above the sky, mightier than the thunders of the wave. You are the one who's powerful to save. The tide is peaceful as it meets the sand, held by your hand.
A misty curtain hangs above the pier. The silver seagulls slowly fly away as the autumn hours reappear. It feels as though the sunshine has run dry and left the landscape to a bitter chill. But through the borders of the heavy sky, I see a light that's bright and constant still. You are the silver lining in my cloud, a gentle whisper when the world is loud. You guide my spirit through the blinding maze and fill my frozen winter with your praise. Let all the anxious thoughts of tonight recede into the comfort that your mercies breed. You are the silver lining in my cloud, lifting my head above the hurried crowd. The seasons turn according to your voice, making the broken wilderness rejoice. The sleeping seeds will open up and sing to welcome the arrival of the spring. The sky is turning beautiful and bright, filled with your light.
The rain is dropping softly on the roof. I watch the busy traffic drift away and find in silence all the missing proof. The world is running for the golden prize and spinning wheels inside a constant race. But when I look into the stormy skies, I feel the stillness of your quiet grace. You are the rhythm of the evening rain that washes down the static and the pain. My soul is resting in your sovereign care, breathing the comfort of the misty air. Let all the anxious thoughts of what's ahead dissolve beneath the words that you have said. You are the rhythm of the evening rain, turning the loss into a beautiful gain. Your faithfulness is like a steady spring, providing every sweet and holy thing. I lay my heavy plans down at your feet and find a sanctuary so complete. The storm is over and the air is clear, with you so near. The dust motes dance inside the shutters' ray. The morning shadows slowly start to bloom, to mark the entry of a brand new day. I used to paint my future in the dark and worry over things I couldn't see. But you have saved the last remaining spark and brought a beautiful daylight to me. You draw the curtain of the heavy night and fill my understanding with your light. Blessed is the heart whose slate is clean and white, walking serenely in the morning light. Your truth is sweeter than the honeycomb, a friendly beacon leading travelers home. You draw the curtain of the heavy night, making my future wonderfully bright. The world may argue over transient things and chase the shallow praise that fortune brings, but I will focus on your calm decree, the only rhythm that can set me free. The room is filling with a gentle glow. I'm safe, I know. The houses grow apart along the road. I breathe the sweetness of a world unseen as I prepare to lay down my heavy load. The city rumbles with its engine roar, a busy canyon full of smoke and greed. But here I stand beside the open door and find the simplicity that I truly need. You are the pasture where the waters flow, away from all the superficial show. You lead my spirit to the green domain and wash away the static and the strain. Your rod and staff provide a constant light to comfort me throughout the lonely night. You are the pasture where the waters flow, the truest sanctuary I or spin, and yet they wear a coat of royal dye. Before the busy hours of day begin, they point their petals to the summer sky. The trail is quiet and the breeze is sweet at your own feet. A steady ticking in the empty hall. The afternoon is turning into night. A shadow stretch across the wooden wall. Lord, make me understand how frail I am. A single heartbeat in the grand design. Away from all the modern traffic jam, I lay my future on your holy line. My times are held within your sovereign hand. Across the valleys and the open land, deliver me from errors and from pride, and let me in your quietness abide. Each human life is just a passing breath, a passing shadow on the way to death. My times are held within your sovereign hand, fulfilling everything that you have planned. For we are strangers on this earthly side. Our little stories belong to you, oh God. A morning mist that vanishes away before the sunshine clears the heavy gray. The ticking stops into a peaceful rest upon your breast. Swallows up the outline of the pier. The navigation lights have ceased to be, and everything is covered by a sudden fear. I check the manual of human wit, but find no answer on the dusty page. I feel my little courage start to split inside the waters of a sudden rage. Then your word arrived to chart my course, a gentle and a transforming force. Your beam of truth cuts through the blinding spray to keep my fragile vessel on its way. I will not founder on the hidden reef, for you have brought a beautiful relief. Then your word arrived to chart my course, tracing the river back unto its source. The surface winds may tumble over me, but you are still the master of the sea. Your steadfast love commands the morning light to chase away the terrors of the night. The harbor lights are shining in the bay, guiding my way. The fog is rolling heavy from the sea. It swallows up the outline of the pier. And navigation lights have ceased to be, and everything is covered by a sudden fear. I check the manual of human wit, but find no answer on the dusty page. I feel my little courage start to split inside the waters of a sudden rage. Then your word arrived to chart my course, a gentle and a transforming force. Your beam of truth cuts through the blinding spray to keep my fragile vessel on its way. I will not founder on the hidden reef, for you have brought a beautiful relief. Then your word arrived to chart my course, tracing the river back unto its source. The surface winds may tumble over me, but you are still the master of the sea. Your steadfast love commands the morning light to chase away the terrors of the night. The harbor lights are shining in the bay, guiding my way.
Ink. I leave the drama of the crowded land and take a quiet moment just to think. My past mistakes were written deep and dark, a long record of the things I did wrong. But you have saved the last remaining spark and given my silence a brand new song. You write tomorrow with the strokes of grace and wipe the dust of memory from my face. In your book, my slate is clean and white, shining beneath the early morning light. You give the simple people a fresh start, healing the fractures of a broken heart. You write tomorrow with the strokes of grace, restoring beauty to this lonely space. No longer trapped inside the old decree, your perfect freedom has delivered me. I trust the movement of your quiet hand, fulfilling everything that you have planned. The melody is starting to unfold, brighter than gold. heavy pressures wrap around my chest. The rolling waves of anxiety don't sleep. They try to steal my sanctuary and rest. I cannot see beneath the foaming spray to find out where the solid ground might be. But there's a cable holding me today that stretches down into the stormy sea. You are the anchor dropping in the dark, preserving every single fragile spark. Though all the surface winds are wild and high, my vessel is connected to the sky. I will not drift into the jagged reef, for you have brought a beautiful relief. You are the anchor dropping in the dark, leaving upon my heavy soul a mark. The wood mast may bend against the gale, but your great faithfulness will never fail. A solid anchor that does not grow cold, the greatest story that was ever told. The cable holds through every sudden fright. Inside your light, filtering the sunlight to a gentle green, I walk across the mossy paths instead, and feel the peace of a world serene. The world is full of argument and noise. They build their theories on the shifting wind, but here I listen to your quiet voice that cures the heavy sorrows of the mind. Your truth is filtered like the light through leaves, comforting every single soul that grieves. The statutes of the Lord are right and true, making the heavy heart born anew. Sweeter than honey from the golden comb, it is the lantern leading travelers home. Your truth is filtered like the light through leaves, weaving the joy that a true heart receives. Keep me from turning to the left or right, and let my paths be honest in your sight. The praise of men is just a passing smoke, but your true word can break the heavy yoke. The woods are quiet and the air is calm beneath your palm.
A silver veil that hides the busy street. I draw a line to watch the falling rain and trace the rhythm of the city's beat. The early commuters hurry through the cold, with coat collars turned against the breeze. But I have found a truth that won't grow old, that brings my racing spirit to its knees. You are the warmth against the winter chill, a steady presence on the foggy hill. Your tender mercy clears my hazy view and fixes my attention back on you. Let all the static of the headlines fade inside the sanctuary that you made. You are the warmth against the winter chill, keeping the stormy waters calm and still. The empires build their fortunes on the dust and place their faith in things that time will rust. But your devotion is a permanent light that burns secure throughout the longest night. The glass is clearing as the sun breaks through.